This public service announcement is brought to you by MAD. Don't bury your head in the sand, or it might not be the last thing you bury. Act now, because life is worth living.
I'm at my wit's end. Last term I started getting notes from his teachers saying that he was falling asleep in class. Now I'm so worried about him, I can't sleep.
Calm down. Breathe in deeply. And let it out slowly. You should come to our Reiki share next weekend.
No, thanks. I have other plans. I'm going to be beating some sense into my son.
Would you like some water?
Oh, no, thank you. But I'll take a refill on this wine when you get a chance.
Certainly, miss. Forgive me for interrupting, but I think I've seen you here before. Don't you have a totally groovy hippie name?
Mary. More biblical than hippie. I think you're thinking of my friend over here, Sunshine. What's your name?
Zach.
That's a lovely name.
Not really. It's actually Prozac. My mom's quite the fan.
She should try Bach flower tea with muddled mustard seeds. It'll alleviate her depression like nothing Western medicine has to offer her.
Thanks for the suggestion, but I don't think Bach would be much of an improvement. But he could rock the harpsichord like it was nobody's business.
Peter has become totally unreachable ever since school let out.
That's probably because his chakras are out of alignment. Is he not hanging out the pool this summer with his buddies?
No.
Illuminating. I think his water element is totally overwhelmed by his earth element.
Sounds like a muddy mess. None of his friends even come around anymore. I mean, I was hoping, it was an escape, his way of dealing with a divorce. But now...
How are you doing with the divorce?
Me? I'm not the problem here. Besides, I'm fine.
So, how's your meditation practice coming along?
I'm pacing it.
So, when was your last practice?
Does nursing a margarita in the dark count? Okay, I'll admit it. It's been a couple of months, but I've been preoccupied.
What are you going to do?
I've tried grounding him. I've tried taking away privileges, but just...
And?
No impact. I'm thinking of trying an intervention.
I could reach out to Petra. She has gone through the same exact thing. And quite honestly, she was much worse off than Peter. And she managed to survive it.
That would be fantastic. I need all the help I can get. So does Peter.
Do you want me to be there?
Of course. But no burning herbs. I don't want a visit from the fire department.
That only happened once. You know what? We might want a little muscle there just in case he doesn't embrace the whole process.
True. I'll call my brother.
Okay.
What turned it around for you?
Halloween.
Really?
Actually, it was the collision of Superstorm Sandy with Halloween. Our town lost power for a week after Sandy barreled through.
How did that help you?
Couldn't find a connection. Couldn't get my fix for days. It was awful. Cold turkey sucks. Then by the time I finally found a connection, I'd lost interest. I knew it was time to clean up my act.
Time to start praying for a hurricane.
Amen.
Thank you all for coming. I'm not exactly sure how to begin. This is my first intervention.
So sis, I was just doing some searching, and it turns out there's 87 apps about intervention, and this one has 4 stars.
Mike? Really? Sometimes I think you're part of the problem.
We should start with the Balinese purification ritual to purify the aura and karma from past lives.
I've got this handled. Cut the new age mumbo jumbo BS. This is a grave situation. We need to confront him by dawn.
So early.
Afraid you'll turn to dust?
Girls, look, he just needs a bit of proper masculine guidance, all right?
Okay, bacon boy, you're done. We need to isolate him.
Not a problem. He's taking care of that himself. He spends most days lying on the sofa.
Excellent. We'll take him by surprise.
He probably has a blocked crown chakra, but we should align and clear all the chakras.
Back from another dimension?
At least it's not the Twilight Zone.
Let's focus our energies on this dimension, shall we?
I consulted with an astrologer, and noon is the most auspicious hour on Sunday. That's when his energy channels will be most receptive.
High noon it is.
You had 4 stars. Win.
Peter, we need to talk. Earth to Peter. Peter!
What?
Hand me your iPad.
Why?
Because you need to stop this destructive cycle. You need to get clean.
But Mom, I can't take a shower now. I'm busy. Besides, I took one last week.
Hey, Peter. I'm Petra. I'm here to help. I've been where you are. I've felt trapped, consumed, wired, addicted.
What on earth are you talking about?
Name your poison, I've done it. Minecraft, Angry Birds, Words with Friends, Plants vs. Zombies. So what are you using, Peter? Flappy Bird? Threes? Or are you more of a YouTube junkie?
Listen, I don't think I'm the one with the problem here.
Honey, you need to disconnect from the internet, from video games, from your iPad, from all electronic devices.
You mean go to airplane mode?
No, full on, old school, electronic free, battery free, Wi-Fi free. Free! Go play.
Play? How? You just took my iPad.
It's a beautiful day. Go. Have fun.
Outside? There's nothing to do. You're the worst mom ever.
This message is brought to you by Mothers Against Digital Devices. We can't wait for a hurricane to free us from our digital shackles. Sometimes we just have to weather the storm and be brave enough to pull the plug and disconnect. Because life is worth living.
But Mom, I can't take a shower now. I'm busy. Besides, I took one last week.